Hi, it's Karen here. I just thought I'd switch the camera on and let you see how I'd got on with the accordion journal that I started. I've now put some papers in. If I just quickly show you what I've done. I've just gone through my papers and started to put some papers in. These are avocado dyed paper and tea dyed papers, so that's nothing stitched in, because I just wanted to go through and have a look. Also, I'd done a book page with some tea dyed paper, and that's and that goes in there. I tell you what, I'm just gonna set this aside and I'll show you what I was thinking about doing. What I did was I got the tea dyed papers and put them in, and I also found a nice bit of book page, so I thought that would make quite a nice tuck. So what I'm going to do is to keep it a bit stronger, I'll do it with you now. I've got you here. I'm going to stick this down. Okay. Because that'll make it nice and strong. And that's just a book page that I cut to size, and then I've just turned it over, so we've got a full cover book page that side, and that's the tuck spot there. Now we could put a little notch in there. What do you think? I think maybe that would be quite a good idea. But also like it, what to do? You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put a good liberal amount of glue at the top and a good liberal amount of glue at the bottom, and just stick that down, and then that will be a little tuck spot in there. So that's quite good. So I'm pleased. Yeah, that'll be good. I've done that one then. Let's just have another quick. Can do something on that later. So there's that, and there's some more book pages that I haven't put in. This is just tea dyed paper, and this is the side now that I'd done, because I'd done that side first and I hadn't finished that one. So what I've done is I've gone through and done collaged the other side, so the previous side's now been done. But what I've been doing is I've been going and sorting through my through my papers, and I thought this would make quite a nice part of the journal. This is again, this is tea dyed paper, but I folded it up, so these are A4 size dyed papers that I've done, and that would be, I folded that up so I could use that as a tuck spot. And also there's some avocado dyed paper, and that can be a flip out, or we can put a tag on there to show that it's a flip out. Again, this is tea dyed paper, and avocado dyed paper as well. So that's there's lots of journaling space there. And what I thought we would do today is that's a piece of card, so we'll decorate that card shortly. But also I wanted to show you, I'm just going to set this aside. This is a book page that I'd got, so I'm just going to push that out the way. So what I did was I folded it over, and then I cut them along there. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you what I was doing. So what I've done is I've cut these prior so they can be flip outs. But first of all, I just got an offcut of tea dyed paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run some glue all the way on these. Now the reason why I haven't cut this paper is that it's notoriously difficult to cut the paper to fit snugly. So what I do is I cut the size flips that I want, and then I put the paper on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just marry that up there. Make sure everything's, I'm going to have to flip it round. Hope I'm in frame for you so you can see. And there we go. And then just pop that down. And then just, I haven't got my bone folder, but I'm just going to use my ruler just to make it. And then what I'm going to do carefully is open it up, and I don't know whether the camera can pick it up, but there's already my cut marks. So there's that one. I'm just going to follow that cut line there, and it just makes it nice and easy then to use the flips. Now if you want to, you can put some little eyelets. I'm going to put it back on here so you can see it. I'm going to pop it in the journal. Everything's got to be stitched in, but I like to work where the papers are not stitched in, so I can work on them on the flat, which makes it a lot easier. Now I'm thinking I may put some little eyelets on there, or I might put some a little pocket in there just to have as a little tuck spot on this one, and maybe a nice photo or something like that, or a focal point. Maybe I'll put that on there, but that gives us lots of options to do that. So that's quite nice. So there we go there. So there's that one. So so we've stuck that in together. This is one of the cards that I'd painted and collaged, so I may use that as a flip. I'm not sure yet, but I just popped it in there just to remind me that I may use it, but I quite like it there. But nothing's written in stone, so I'm going to go back to that tuck spot here. And so first of all, let's just again put the journal out of, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that out. And as you can see, it was just an A4 piece of paper that I folded in half because it fits into the journal, and then folded it back up. I have mited the edges because it just keeps it neat, and I'm just going to run a bead of glue down because it does keep it a bit more sturdier, because you'll be putting things in and out of your journal, so that'll be good. Okay, so we just want to zip up the sides now, so I'm just going to give a good liberal amount of glue. Make sure that you've caught it and it's, you know, it's gonna stay put. Normally I would put a gusset in the side, but because I know that I'm only going to be putting one tag in, I decided not to. Right, so that's our pocket now stuck down, which is perfect. And we'll just get him back there, so we don't get confused where we're going to put our. Right, so I'll put that out there. So I've just got a bit of cardstock, and I found some Edith Holden papers. Now that's quite nice, and it's because of its there's quite a bit of pink in there. I thought I might go with that. Also, I found this one, which is I quite like that one, so maybe I'll use it, a tag at that end. Yeah, let's go with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some tacky glue on this one. Now decide which colour. I'm using the craft straw coloured cardstock. I quite like the light to work to write on, so I'm just gonna offer it up because that's kind of where I would like my image to go. So I'm just running some tacky glue quite liberally all the way round, like so. Yep, I think that's enough. So I'm going to now flip it over and, yep, pop it down there. Give it a good push down, so we've got it well covered. Again, I'm going to use my ruler just to make sure I've got my air bubbles out. And on this, I'm just going to what I'm going to do is just cut. Okay. And then I'm just folding all the way around so we can see what kind of image we've got on our tag. So that's our tag that we've got, and yeah, I think that's quite nice. Now what we could do is we could trim up everything and then put and then back it with something else. I think I am going to do that actually, because I think it just would lend itself nicer. So I'm going to cut off the excess and just cut this excess off here. You don't really need all this bulk. Now, if you've got a guillotine or a paper trimmer, you can use that, but I'm not so worried about that because I've now decided that I'm going to cover the back of this one. So I'll just miter the edges. Okay, and again with some tacky glue, I'm just going to just run a bead down here. Didn't put enough glue there. That's it. That's better. And I'm trying this tacky glue out. It's new to me. I normally use the clear glue, but a friend of mine said to me, it's really good, try it. So here I am, I'm trying it. So hopefully I'll be as pleased as she is with it. So there we go. So there we go. So that's the front of our tag. Now, oh, look at that, that's good. We could, what do you think? That's too much pink. Is there too much pink? Maybe go a bit more neutral with no, let's put the pink on. I think that's yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So whoops. So what we're going to do is now just run a bead of tacky glue all the way around, and a good liberal covering, because we don't want the edges to come up, do we? And then is that I'll just take that off a little bit and just there you go. And again, just and then all I'm doing is I'm just going to run my scissors along and just trim off the excess. It's a little smidge there. Now, yeah, I think that's quite sweet, and that can go in there. That fits nicely. I am just going to literally just take just take the corners, just the real dink of the corners off, because it does help get the yeah, that's lovely, just to get your tag in. So yeah, I think that's quite a sweet little tag. I'm not going to do any more to it at the moment, because it does feel a touch tacky with the glue, because it hasn't completely dried. But if you wanted to put, I've got some little little labels here that I printed out. So just quickly just cut these out. And just to see how it looks like. I actually quite like the black and white labels. That's quite sweet, isn't it? So you can put whatever, that one, or no label at all. It's entirely up to you. But at this point, I think I'm just going to leave this here and wait for it to dry completely, and then we can decide whether we're going to put any other things on it, or we could turn it over, and that'd be quite sweet there, wouldn't it? Or field record. Got loads. This is I bought these from Etsy, and there's a I'll put it in the description below. There's a brilliant designer on there that does lots of editions for journals, and she's got some amazing things on hers. I'll look it up, because it doesn't spring to mind who she is, and I don't want to second guess it and tell you wrong. So I quite like that one. Do you know what? I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on there. And also we can embellish the pocket, can't we, as well? So, or we can put some. It is quite tacky, so I am going to leave it at this stage. But yeah, so that's a real quick and easy little tag that you can make for this journal. It's really nice and quick, and it fits in there a treat. So yeah, it's filling up. And also you could put some of these little labels on here too, if you wanted, or you could, you know, put it on there. But when I switch the camera on and come back and do some other bits to the accordion journal, I will I think I'm going to put some eyelets in, or maybe, yeah, I think that'd be quite nice, and I'll let you know. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I hope you do give this a go, and I hope you like the way that it's evolving. And don't forget to let me know how you're getting on with yours. So take care and see you again soon. Bye.